joys of Tanhill behind. There we go, Keld 4.5 miles. So loving all the colours on the moors. Just note the accompanying wind, water. It's all part of the experience. I think that's what nearly every hiker's told me. So as I mentioned before, I'm walking to Keld on the road, avoiding all the peat bog for now. When I get to Keld, I'm then heading in a westerly direction up to 9 Standards, very much up, and then down into Kirkby Stephen. So yeah, let's get off to Keld then. So yeah, apparently if you go down that track, you can find a B&B. Well, it actually does look very nice, but it does say it sits in a very remote place. It's not for everyone. Yeah, down in that valley somewhere. Well, this is a very pleasant walk down the valley. I would actually recommend it. Certainly beats the bog hopping at the top. Okay, I'm going to benefit now from all the new signage that has been put up for the Alfred Wainwright's Coast to Coast path. And in fact, things like new gates as well. So yeah, I am following now. The Roof of England follows the Coast to Coast path to Kirkby Stephen. So we're going to Ravenseat first, and then we go over to the 9 Standards. The River Swale. Because I guess we're in Swaledale. So in the distance we have Ravenseat, which is kind of where I've been heading for this first stretch before I head over to 9 Standards. One thing I have noticed is that I actually think it was a couple of years back when I did the Coast to Coast, and I'm sure I'm seeing evidence of it becoming more popular. Probably because of the upgrade to national status. Oh, but yeah, it's very muddy. great little pack horse bridge this. The fact that you can actually see, or still see the underground as it were, not being tarmacked over. We just gotta find the night standards and hopefully get down early to Kirkby Stephen. But it's absolutely horrendous up here. I don't think I've got a tripod with me.
Finally arrived at Pennine Standards. That was hard work, especially obviously coming uphill. Interestingly, going downhill, I'm going to have the wind behind me. I'll be able to fly. Right, Kirkby Stephen, here I come, and hopefully I can get dry and warm when I get there. See you later.
After being on top, this yellow feels very bright. It's almost blinding me. Oh, such a relief to be down. Well, I need to get to Pennine View campsite, which is through Kirkby Stephen. I'm just thinking, I could possibly go this way. I'm not 100% sure, but there's only one way to find out. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be going up there today, would you? Can't actually see beyond where I've just come from. Well, this is one of those good ideas that I'm hoping is going to work out in theory. Yeah, come off from the walk, which goes through the centre of Kirkby Stephen, and then I would have to have taken the main road out of Kirkby Stephen to get to a campsite called Pennine View. I'm following this route, which is not a public footpath, so it's not officially marked, but there's all signage saying they've got right of way. It's the Northern Viaduct Society who are looking after the viaducts and done them up. And I think it brings me out, near the campsite. And obviously a lot better than walking through urban. And it's only a couple of miles. So I hope to be there soon. I'm getting my tent up. I'm getting some warm clothes on. Some dry, warm clothes. perfect plan. So, as you can see, welcome to Kirkby Stephen and Pennine View. And that's the important sign. Food from the firebox. Let's see. Thursday, Mac Browns. Okay. So there we are. I'm going back to Appleby this morning. If I was going by road, it's 12 miles and 2 furlongs. But because I'm walking across the fields and what have you, it's 18 miles. I think we should say good morning to Lady Anne. One to consider, Lady Anne's Way. I always like reading this because you find interesting things like at St. Luke's Fair, a penny for each beast sold, 6pence for each horse, 4pence for all sheep, except rams, which are a penny each. Carts laden with merchandise pay a passage toll of 1p. So to get to the start this morning, we have to go over the River Eden Franks Bridge, which is the same way people go who are doing the coast to coast to the 9 standards, which we did yesterday. Looks like today would be a better day to do it. Well, there never used to be a sign there. It's all new. Here's the bridge. Obviously, that's not much good for me because we're going this way. Good morning. The last day. I feel quite sad. I have enjoyed the roof of England. I've had some tough days, but overall I have enjoyed it. So today we're using Alfred Wainwright's Pennine journey for the last leg back to Appleby-in-Westmorland. Looking at the route, it seems fairly gentle. Guide says it's 16 miles, but if they include the walk from the campsite, that's another mile, and seems to be a bit at the end. So my route seems to be more like 18. But it is fairly gentle. 982 feet of ascent in total. So, gosh, I'm not doing very well. Right. Anyhow, I've said enough. I shall see you later. So as I mentioned, following the Pennine journey, and of course Lady Anne's Way as well. Oh, just spotted something important. Yeah, I've got to go over there towards the gate. I think that is the thing about this lake. I seem to be going through lots of fields with cows in. Oh yeah. I don't know about curiosity killed the cat. I think cows are pretty curious too. So we're going over that little ancient bridge there and alongside a little river. So as you can see, we're still on the Pennine journey, but also Lady Anne's Way. And the thing is, I have done Lady Anne's Way, but I can't recall this. Maybe I just remember all the castles. There's Brough Castle. If you're doing Lady Anne's Way, you get a closer look at that. But we're not going that far over. Can anybody tell me what's going on here? Keep coming across the odd pitch like that. No explanation. That kind of style. Very random. Warcop Old Bridge, 14th century medieval bridge. You can see the strengthening arches underneath there. And it's quite unique because it's never been altered. This is its original form. And for a medieval bridge, it's actually quite wide. Yeah, it's lost one of its chutes for draining water. You can see actually all the tarmac that's been piled up, layer upon layer. Yeah, that one's intact. So we're going to be following the River Eden for quite some time now, kind of on and off. So this is a railway bridge for the Cecil to Carlisle Railway, and I'll be passing over it in maybe a couple of hours' time. And at this point, we've probably got about 5k to get to the station when I can catch my train home. Here's one of those pictures again. Might be nice and sunny, but it's still muddy. Appleby Castle was recently on the market for 5.5 million. So you could live in a castle if you wanted. "11 days ago, I started this epic journey. It has been quite a challenge, but nonetheless very enjoyable. I've had such a wonderful time with lots of variety of scenery and very variable weather as well. Anyhow, thanks for coming along. Hope you've enjoyed the journey. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up for the ducks, and I'll see you on the trails, guys.